Alright, everybody. This is the look at National Sherwood or
Hey
Sherwood
there, nice
National.
to see you.
We're
Today
playing
we
our
start
final
the round with a par 4.
for
Let's
this
drop this one in the
second
middle of the
season
first
of
fairway. Take it from there. What do you say?
PGA Pandemic. I'm playing with Greg Martell's Ghost. Bear with me as I haven't played a lot over the past week or so. I've been pretty busy with life and whatnot. And I'm using Masters too, so Greg probably is going to do much better than I am. Give me one sec while I go ahead and share the stream to everybody. Oh, alright, we're back. Just with how I have everything set up, I don't like to see all the numbers on the screen itself. I don't like to see all that. I really just like to see where I'm able to hit, so I have it up in the HUD, which is up there in that top right. You can see the 482 plan. We have an elevation change of 1 foot down, so it's pretty relatively flat. The one thing that I do is that I don't like to see per shot the elevation change. For the most part, it shouldn't really matter. You should be able to gauge it a little bit just by, looking at the hole from your scout camera when you press triangle. The only time when I really do look at it is when we're looking at the elevation change into the green, and that's when that will pop up in that top right hand corner and be accurate. But for now, we're looking at 482, par 4, first hole. We got the wind at our back, about 10 miles per hour, going west. So definitely want to play for that a little bit. I have Masters, and my tempo is not as good on Masters, so we'll see. But we'll play it honest and play it true. You have a little bit of room to work out over here if the wind's really coming at your back. But realistically, you got a sizable gap right here to kind of push it through that. You can look over here and kind of see the elevation change. It's kind of sloping into a little canyon down in here. It's, you landed anywhere around here, unless you land out here, Most of the stuff's going to filter and funnel back into the middle there, so pay attention to that. Just a little off.
This
That's
one
okay.
looks pretty good. Should be in the fairway.
Right down the pipe. Greg's turn.
All right, let's see how he does on this hole.
Fellow lefty. Haven't played with Greg in a while. Schedules don't add up as much. There you go. 326 on the drive.
And from here, he's setting up around 155 yards out. This is an 8-iron.
Good approach shot.
And second
So I'm
shot
looking at
here on
similar
the first.
distance to Greg's 154. I'm looking at 8-yard elevation change. Sorry, 8 foot. I kind of treat each mile per hour wind as a additional yard for distance. So this hole's playing 154, but realistically with the wind, I'm looking at, I would say probably about 160. You add the elevation in there, 8 feet. I kind of round up a little bit to the nearest increment, so I usually go up to 9 feet. So we're losing about 3 yards with the elevation. So in terms of this club, 157 playing 154 is a bit much. I have a, loft's only going to do so much with the wind at my back. So I'm going to take it down a club and use some D-loft. This is going to be playing, 136 is going to be playing about 142. And we got to get over that ridge. I think it will. So I'm going to put a little bit of D-loft on there. Elevation's pretty light on my feet. Move for the wind. We want to keep it on the green, so I'm going to play a little safer than sorry. And I'm put a little backspin on this because it's going to be coming in hot. And that's slow, so it's going to be off to the right. Off to the left side.
That'll do for the approach.
Not a great approach.
Careful with this one. This is from way out.
So we're putting on 163s. That's fast. My putting style is pretty similar for all speeds. And once I get down to like 119 and lower, it's tough. But 144 to 187, so that's slow to fast. Let's see, yeah, slow to very fast. Yeah. So my little putting technique is going to be different for all. I count the, left to right beads for the break. And I have my own little count system that tells me how many clicks to go. So we'll do that. So that first line before the hole isn't moving. That second one to me is a 1. The third and fourth one are kind of 1s. Fifth one is a 2. 2 or 3. These ones closest to me are ranging from 3 to 6. So it's just your best judgment at that point. It's kind of hard for me to tell you exactly which one it is. And when you're putting uphill, you kind of lose some of the break too. So always go a little less. Hopefully on another hole I can show it to you a little better. Yeah, I left that short. But
sometimes you
two
just
putt for par.
want to catch a break, eh? Good putt from that distance, though. Oh. On this hole, we've got this left for par. Okay, we're moving. We're moving to the next.
All right, we're gonna speed it up a little bit after this, which is okay though. We got some time.
That's a great way to start your round. Even par after that one.
All right, through one.
Okay, the wind's blowing on this
All
one. Right
righty,
to
we're looking
left.
at a par 5, second hole, playing 573 yards. Again, I think this course is relatively flat, so we don't really have to worry about all this elevation change being a huge factor in our shots, but still learning it. So, how the wind's playing, I want to keep it. I mean, realistically, I'd really like to keep it over on the left side because, as you can see, that's going to be a tough shot. Both Masters and everything, my tempo. Man, I'm just praying to get on the fairway. I'm looking at this tree right in front of me. Probably won't be an issue, but we can put a little fade on it. Oh, that's going to be tough. But
Oh, this one's
actually
dropping
worked out really
fairway
well
for
for
sure.
me.
He's
Man,
ready to let her
as long
rip
as you
here.
keep it
Let's see
in
what he
that gray
does.
shaded area up top, man, you got to hit it pretty poorly to miss really badly. So, without that, the perfect spot right there.
And second shot here
Oh,
on the
mine's not
second
bad.
hole.
I maybe overestimated that. So, playing 271 to the hole. We're losing about 5 yards off our shot with that elevation. I mean, when it comes to the woods and the hybrids and stuff, I don't know. The elevation isn't that much of a factor, but with the irons, I think it's a bit more. Um, you know, the wind is kind of blown to the left. I'm not really losing too much on it. I'm not gonna get there with my 3-wood. I have been a strong advocate for the driver off the deck, so I'll go driver off the deck. If we look at where I want to land it though, it's gotta land about right there. It's still gonna be tough, but let's have some fun with it. Elevation, or the lie at my feet's pretty good. I'm looking at about 10 yards. I want to be safer than sorry, so I'm going to keep it. Allow it to go a little more left.
Don't see that every
And
day.
it hit that
I
slow,
guess
so
you're
that's really
just going
left.
to take that driver off
But
the fairway and
hopefully this
be on
stays
your way.
down. And it's chip shot, flat shot. That's alright. Okay, Greg. Got a 31-yard shot. Sped it up on me, man. Didn't even let me see
Here's
it.
our third shot.
Alright, so chip in this instance is not going to be great. This freaking ugly mound right here in the middle. We're going to give... We're going to have to go with a pitch shot or a splash here. So my splashes tend to roll out, and if you look downhill, kind of where my landing zone is, it's kind of a bowl down there, so you can't really go wrong as long as you keep it down there. So I'm gonna just leave it a little short and let it roll. That's gonna be real. It's gonna be alright.
This putt is for birdie.
Okay, putting downhill, I usually add one more movement, one more click of the my aiming spot when I'm putting downhill. So this one's going downhill, good amount to start. I know it's only 1 inch through 7 feet, but when I count those first 2 lines, I'm counting those as threes. So I'm gonna add one more to each, so it's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then where I'm at with the ball and where the hole's at, I'm gonna add another 3.
Looking good. Good
And
job dropping that one in there for the
usually
bird.
it's pretty pretty accurate. Sometimes it's not. So
6-foot putt for him.
you got to find your right. I know there's plenty of guys out there that have totally different
And a decent
methods,
putt there. And after
and
that hole, you're currently
they'll all
1
swear
under.
by them working really well, and they usually do.
Let's see what this third hole has in store for us.
All right, we're at a par 3, third hole. We're looking at 226 to the hole. Let's go look at our course yardage. Front of the green is playing about 205, so it's about 20-yard rollout. Not a great landing zone with the wind. Elevation drop is about 4 yards, so if I'm looking at my 5 wood, that's gonna land about 227 at least, and the rollout on that's gonna be crazy. 205 with a drop in 4 yards, it's gonna be landing about 213, 215. The wind is coming in my face a little bit, so probably look for around 210. And I'm hoping the greens are firm enough that it's not just gonna die. I'd like to see it roll out up over that ridge. So we're gonna get. So essentially, the 223 is gonna be too much in my opinion, and 209 is probably not enough, but it's at least giving us a birdie putt. Where this is probably gonna give us a chip or a splash shot out of that back bunker if I can hit it straight. So we're gonna give ourselves some room with the wind. Worst case scenario, it lands down here and rolls up a little bit. What I want to try to do is stay away from these areas. So I'm going to aim for that bunker and let the wind play. There we go, hit that nice. And it worked-ish.
Nice shot. That'll do.
Got lucky there, cut the corner on that one.
Let's see how he does. Going with the hybrid.
Not too bad. I think the rough on this course is not too bad. Take that stop.
And from 22 feet out.
All right. So it's dropping 1 inch over 22 feet. Not terribly downhill, but I still am going to add another click or two. Once I get past that second line, you can see how it starts to go downhill. In front of me, again, if you're putting uphill, you lose a little bit of brake, so I count a little less. So down here, those first 2 lines I would count as 4 all together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 1 for that last one, 1 for that one. And then we're going to come back. So I work from the hole back. And so that one's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And go like that. Ah, a little too much there.
You've got 12 feet to go here.
So, not always perfect. It's kind of hard when you have a double breaker, but
Ooh.
you can usually make it work.
And he's setting up for the bogey putt.
Greg, how do you shoot 11 under
And that'll do.
with a bogey?
And we're just a tap away here. All right, let's take a peek at the scorecard. All right, staying at 1 under after that one.
All right, 1 under, 2, 3.
And we got a left to right cross breeze.
With Masters, I'll take that. I love that. All right, this is drivable par 4, the 4th hole, playing 335. Wind is going to be a bit of a trouble for us. You know, if the wind's not so bad, or it's, you know, gives you a little bit, you know, it's at your back and it's going to help you. This is definitely a drivable green. I don't think with this hole, especially with the wind, don't think it's entirely worth it. And I'll show you. I think the risk for reward is poor. So it's playing 335. If I was to hit my 3 wood down there, it's probably going to play about 250. So it's about 85 yards out. So it depends on what your shot type is. If you like to pit shots, it's right up your alley. If you have the lower, the more forgiving wedges, this is a full shot club in. But I'm going to show you what would happen with the wind in the landing zone at this point, right around here. Again, we want to stay out of that bunker, so we're going to play pretty extreme. And hit that slow. It's not going to be very good. But, pull to Bryson. Hell yeah, I'll take that.
He's looking ready to roll. Let's see how he does on this hole.
See, again, I don't think the fairways, I think Greg's settings are a little different, so I can't see percentages, but again, I don't think the roughs are that bad. That's never fun to get into them, and that's a great shot.
Oh, that almost went down.
Settled down.
And
yeah, so, you know, out of the rough
on
a pitch shot, I always go off the lower percentage. Just because. I always do, no matter what. I never go off that higher one. So it's 20 yards. A chip would be fun, but you have a lot less control out of the rough. So I'm going to flop it. I'm going to bring down the loft, or add loft to it. Yeah, bring some spin back. Always check your feet on these shots. The wind does not affect it really this much. You know, being 13 miles, it might affect it more, but you know, if you're playing in 5-6 mile per hour wind, it's not going to do anything because it's such a low trajectory. So really, the lie at your feet is going to be huge. And if you ever want to really see it, you can go like that, press L2, or left LT, sorry, Xbox terms, and then L1. Hitting everything slow right now. Left myself
Sink
flat.
this and you'll
But
pull
for
down
birdie. Oh, this is easy money. Barely moves.
So far, so good.
And I let it do that. Wow.
He's got 3 feet to go.
I had a lot to say there. I couldn't even finish the hole.
And that will do. Okay,
Man,
tap this one on in. And tapping this one in for par.
All right.
Well done.
Should be 2 under, but
okay, 1 under for the round.
Greg won that hole, so he's playing on a par 5, 5th. I think it was playing 513,
like
so
the fairway.
Relatively short par 5. The wind helps you in any manner, man. That's just a mid-iron and in. It's a lot of fun. Mix up for a good time. 342, great.
All right, let's haul
513, wind at the back a little bit, going left.
Drive.
Par 5, 5th hole. Skinny fairway with this pesky tree up here. No, I'll take that. That's not too bad.
We're about 205 yards out
really
from
smashed
here.
That. I wonder if he's playing. His conditions are a little different than mine. Alright. So, 197 is what my club. So 204. Wind's not doing too much in terms of distance. But, if you do look, it's going downhill a little bit. So let's see what the 187 is going to play. We do know it's a 163, so it's fast. So once it gets on the green, it's going to move a little bit, as long as it's not super soft. So I like the 187. I think with the wind, it will land on the green, and I think it'll roll out. So put the ball up here. Light, my feet's not terrible. A little backspin on it. And hit that nice. It's a little left. Shoot. Go. Go. Yeah, that's not too bad. If I would have straightened that out, that would have been nice.
For you. Pat yourself on the back. Here's their 7-iron.
Ooh. Yeah, I think he had a different wind. Oh, wow.
Sinking this will take you
all right, downhill 4 inches. Again, I count those first 4 lines honestly as 1, but since downhill, I'm gonna add extra. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna take one off. Those middle 2 aren't moving that much. All right. Smack that, and it's just nah. I think I was going downhill a little too much.
For an eagle here.
A little too quick.
And finishing this hole out with a solid putt
there.
And a 4-foot putt.
Sometimes just gotta firm it up. All right, 2 under through 5, not terrible. Should be sitting around.
And you're down to 2 under
3
par
under,
now.
which I'd love to take on Masters. Tempo's been okay. Par 3, 6th, 135 to the hole. Ooh, I'm assuming the wind took that one good amount.
Have a good tee shot.
Yeah, wind's not great on this. All right, 136 is what my club gives me. 135 is what the hole's playing with the elevation. It's playing 137. You know, again, I don't have a club for this, so I'm gonna have to do some D-loft to counteract that wind. I think with how the elevation plays, I think my club plays perfect if there's no wind. But with the wind, it's going to take a solid 3 or 4 yards off. So I'm going to pop it up a little bit on D-loft. But first, let's get our angle. I kind of count each box as a yard, or so a mile per hour. So I'm thinking 13, more like 11-ish. All around here. I want to go a little bit more. 13's is scary. And then D-loft, I'm going to add a good amount. I'm going to hit that slow, so that's not going to be very good.
This one's heading left. Here's our second shot on this 6th hole.
So again, we know that these greens are 163. It's going to scoot a little bit because you can see the landing zone for this chip is right where it starts to go downhill. And I don't think it stops all that much. I'm not sure. I can't hard to see the other side of the green. Looking at my feet, definitely it's gonna be forcing my shot to go right. So I'm gonna land it over here with the intentions of it landing, you know, on the right side of the hole, then using the slope as a putt, like a putt, and it's gonna break back towards the hole. So we'll leave it about there, 7 yards, like that. So, you know, the loft is going to mess with, obviously, the trajectory in which it comes out. I'm not going to mess with that much. I need this to travel a little bit in the air. What I am going to do, though, is maybe take a little bit off on the spin. So it kind of checks up and decides not to go too hard. And that worked out pretty well. If I would have aimed a little bit more left or right, that's money. And then he comes over here with that. Boy, good shot. Greg.
Okay,
Greg
time to finish up on this one. Good job. And that'll keep you at 2 under for the round.
All right. Greg's whipping my butt right now.
Not sure where this one's going to end up. Could be rough.
No, that's all right.
Okay, let's put this drive in the fairway.
Alrighty. Most of the holes have been pretty straightforward. A couple dog legs. This seems like a pretty good dog leg right. So we're playing 359 to the hole, which is pretty nice. The wind and whatnot. We're gonna fly it this way. So it's 359, par 4, 7th hole. Ugh, man, my line is not very good right now. Take that.
This one's about 105 yards out.
Oh, so I got 13 miles per hour in the face. That's always fun. gonna have to club up because that 13 miles per hour, like I said before, I count the miles per hour as wind or as yardage taken off or added. When it's 13 miles per hour, it's always extra. Anything over 10, in my opinion, it's always a couple extra yards. So my 122 taking off 13 with no elevation change is gonna play about 110 or 109. I think this is right on, but I'm gonna add a little D-loft just to be safe. We're looking at our green. Oh man, it being short won't be that big of a deal. Yeah, it being short's not gonna be a big deal because it lands anywhere on that red. I mean, that's all the way down. Look, here's a little bit of a backstop, and then it's not gonna keep rolling. And it's a freaking gap wedge. It's not gonna roll. All right. But my feet, that's an issue. I don't have a clear cut tail or clear cut rule on how to handle the lie at the feet. I did on TGC 19. I pretty much, lined up my hand with the club face and saw where it went. It doesn't work the same way on this. So the wind's going to take it a little bit. So I'm going to throw it down about right there. And I'm going to add a little loft. D-loft actually, so I can keep. And I hit 91%, which won't
like
do it.
This one's heading for the green.
Shouldn't do it. That's strange.
That approach shot was transcendent.
That was a wonky shot. I don't know what just happened there. Ooh, nice.
Okay, he's setting up for birdie here. Let's see what happens.
Ooh, nice curl.
And that one will drop. Here we go. This drops, and you got a bird.
Hard to catch up when you're putting like that.
The scorecard says.
But 3 under on Masters through 7, man, I'll take that.
You are at 3 under par.
So the whole point of doing this Q school is that me and pretty much most of the guys on pro, especially the top 30 or so, are so used to shooting 10 to 15 under a round, and it's so, to me, that's so boring because TGC was like that, but we didn't have any other options. We couldn't go higher in difficulty, but on this, they gave us an option. They gave us a couple. That's a great ball. So why not use it? Because I don't want, I mean, we're 2-3 months into this game, and it's already getting boring to me at times. I'd rather enjoy it for longer than, for its intended purposes, not for 3 months and it be a seasonal game. So, it's par 3, 8th hole, playing 164. Elevation is a little bit more on this one, not terrible. I'm counting that as about 5 yards, so this hole is actually really only playing about 159. Kind of perfect for my club. I'm going to leave the loft alone, but I'm going to mess with the backspin a little bit because it's right on a slope. Right on a slope, I landed a little short. It's going to roll down a little bit. You saw what Greg's did. So it'd be really awesome to land it a couple squares in front, the backspin that I just put on it. Hit it fast. That's going to be gone. No fun. Ooh, that's going to be a putt.
All right, you're on the green. You got a lot of work to do, but you are on the green. Here we go. Birdie putt coming up.
Ooh, boy. It's only down 1 inch. Still scary. These I don't even count. I mean, I could try, but I mean, what's the point? And I don't. This is all feel at this point. I don't have a great don't have a great method for this, except for point and poke. And I hit it. Wow, that's really bad.
Need a little more pace.
I think I'm still out.
Okay, 11 feet to deal with.
See what happens here. We're going downhill about 2 inches. So, gotta count. So I count those first 2 as 2 clicks each. So I'm gonna add 1 more click because we're downhill. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This third one's kind of in between. I'm gonna go 3, 1, 2, 3, and then kind of split the gap. Do another 1, 2, 3, and then because I've been leaving everything up on my last couple downhill putts, I'm only gonna go 1, 2. I don't know. Don't love it, but we'll see.
Rolled right by. 11 feet to the cup for him.
Not great. He's putting
And
like
that
a
one
champ.
goes for birdie. All right, moving forward.
All right.
That's going to bring
No
things
fun.
up to 2 under.
Bogey suck. Good golf there, Greg.
Okay, nice fresh hole here. Let's pop
All
this
right,
in the
this is
fairway.
tough. Par 5, 9th hole before we make the turn. Playing 536. Good amount of elevation drop. Again, I don't really worry about that too much on drives unless it's going to roll out somewhere. Wind's 12 going southwest to our right. Got to play for that. Get that nice.
Nice. Let's see what he does from here. 230 yards out.
230 for Greg.
Here's their 3-wood.
Ooh,
Shot's looking good.
a little deep, but that's okay. As we've seen, the rough is not terrible. So this is playing 213. My club's playing about 207. The hole's playing about 215. My club's going to play about 209, so I'm missing about 6 yards. That wind's going to help me out, and with it just being a 5 hybrid, it's going to roll out. Don't think this is enough, so I'm going to go with the 5 hybrid and hope for the best. Feet are not too bad, light the feet. I want to keep it on the green, so I'm going to go a little more out. A little slow. Might not be the worst thing. Get up over there.
You're doing all right this hole on the green.
Not great.
Under regulation. That's good work.
2 putt for birdie though, and he does that.
Come
wow.
Close. 4 under par if you can sink this right here.
Relatively easy. I might try to count this one. So I know it's downhill most of the way. So I'm just gonna guesstimate 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Alright. I'm gonna give it a little less because it's a 36-foot putt. I have to hit it pretty hard, so it's gonna take a little bit of the break out of it. Not terrible. I don't think it's gonna break enough. Distance-wise, that's good though. Yeah.
3-footer left for this one. You're showing us how it's done. 4th birdie of the day so far.
Birdie. You take away the bogey and that missed putt on 4th hole. Should be sitting around 5 under.
And after that one, you'll bring your score down
He's having
to 3
a
under.
stellar round. 7 under through 9 for Greg. 3 under through 9 for myself. Making the turn. Next one's a par 4. 440 for the pin on the 10th hole. And he's going to land himself in a little bit of trouble, it seems like. Yep. So
let's put this drive in the fairway.
Little tiny, skinny fairway. You got to get it up over here. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, a little. And it hit that fast. No bueno. But
well, that was
clear.
never going to be good.
Nice.
Let's be careful.
So again, I go with the lowest
all
percentage.
the
I'm losing about
in the deep stuff.
I treat the percentages when it's like this per yard. So I'm losing about 28 yards from my 197 shot. Going up to 209 is not getting me anything. So pretty much I'm playing this as if it's probably going to go about 170. So if we come down here, 167, yeah, I mean, hopefully I landed at the front of the green. Don't think it's going to roll out, but we'll see. You look at my feet with the wind, got to give myself a little bit. And it hit that slow, so it's going to barely be
well,
okay.
I'm just glad to be out of the deep stuff. This is good.
So
Well,
I was
this should
about
be
spot
fun
on
for
with my
him.
prediction there
Hitting out of the
in terms of
beach and all.
distance. He did good. Got his up there.
This is what our third shot's looking like.
All right, 21 yards in the fairway. Got a good lie. Again, the wind's not going to do much. I'm going to take a little bit off of it. Some spin. That nice sit. Here we go.
And he's got a 12-foot putt in front of him here.
He just puts it right down the pipe.
And a good putt.
Yeah.
Okay, and this one to save the hole. That was a good putt.
Little break there. Got my par.
You currently sit at 3 under par.
Spanking me, Greg.
This one's fairway bound.
All right, we're on the
okay. Let's send
par
this little ball on its way.
Playing 431 elevation drop, about 5 yards.
Great.
That nice, man. My line's been weird today. Everything's been kind of right on the edge.
All right.
All right, we're 122 out or 119 out. With how the wind's playing and the elevation, my club's gonna be about perfect for it. Feet wise, I'm pretty on point. So we're gonna go about right here. Hopefully, don't hit this slow. And I didn't. Very nice.
Heading for the green.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Exactly what I wanted to do.
In regulation. He's about an even hundy to the pin, I think. Looks like this one's heading for the green. This one's just a 4-foot putt. And you're finding your way around this course. That's your 5th birdie of the day.
Make a little bit of a move here on this back nine. See if we can get 10 under. That'd be nice.
For the birdie. And right now you are at 4 under.
Nice par 3, 174, 12th. Wind is brutal.
Here. This one's heading for the sand, I think.
All right. We got that front bunker on the left and the right, kind of protecting the green. In terms of landing zone, it's sloping down to the right. You know, you want to be careful. You get a little too far right, and you overshoot the hole. It's gonna get down in there, and that's messy. So my club is 167. Hole's playing about 170. I want to be careful because I think I'm gonna be right on it. So I really want to have it land around here, but it's gonna land a little further up. But I really want it to land around here. This is not gonna be enough with that wind. So this is what we gotta do. I'm gonna put some backspin on that. And I hit that fast. So I'll be over there in that punch bowl, or...
Come on, ball. Have a sit.
Yeah, I'll be down there. That's tough.
Well done.
Man,
let's see how he deals with this bunker shot.
Yeah, great ball.
5 under to sink this putt.
Look at that. Jesus. Yep, at this point, it's just praying. Downhill a lot. It's going to take it. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Great effort from downtown.
Part of the day right there.
Okay, we're going to take another look at that.
Yeah, let's take a look at that one, guys. Again, that's all feel. There's nothing I can do about that one. It's all luck. There we go. Love it.
And here he goes, putting for par here.
Cool, I won a hole. I get to go first,
5 under
Greg.
still after that hole. And now teeing off on a par 4.
All right, par 4, 13th, playing 416. Wind in the face. It's gonna kill this drive.
Nice, pure
Little
swing,
slow.
great stuff.
Should still get on the fairway, barely. Rough. Rough.
Okay, he
Mr.
appears to
Greg
be ready to
Martel.
roll on this one. Let's see how this tee shot goes.
It's interesting seeing
Tee shots
people's
looking decent.
backswings. God, man, the wind. You must have the wind set's completely different. Like, I know I hit mine slow and in the wind, but if you had the same wind, even full club
We've
into
got
11
about
mile per hour wind, it's going to
135
get you
yards
315,
or so to go from here.
290, 300 at most. Okay, 136 is my club, so I'm playing 137. The hole is playing about 140. Sorry, yeah, about 140. With that wind, that 136 is gonna die. I'm gonna go up to 157 with the elevation. It's playing. My club length is really playing about 154 minus 11, about 143. So I got about 6 yards. I gotta find. We're just gonna go ahead and put it over there. So I gotta find about 6 yards, so add some loft. Fast is not great, but
good.
Should work fine.
Nice work. That was some good golf.
Oh, he hit his a little fast.
Shots
oh, no,
coming
he hit
towards
his
the
a little
green
slow.
nicely.
We're lefties. Nice.
And a 9-foot putt for him.
He's out, putting for 9 feet for birdie. Oh, just barely missed it. All right. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Not really moving at my feet. I'm gonna add another couple down there.
Looking pretty good.
Oh,
wonderful work out there so far. That's your 7th birdie on the day.
That's kind of what I predicate my game on. Kind of every other couple birdies here, couple birdies there. The first 9 holes, and then I hit that back 9. Try to
6
find
under
a
for the
groove and get
round.
some birdies going.
And we are working with the tail.
All right, we're at the par 5, 14th. A little longer, but with the wind, it's gonna help out. Look how tight this is. No, you can kind of look at the angle of this. It's all kind of feeding into the fairway. Gotta be careful over here on that left side. I think you landed a little too close to the left side. It could roll out into that bunker. Kind of get it perfectly. It's gonna get you right there in the middle. So I think this is gonna be pretty good. Yep. That's really nice.
This one looks like it'll play.
I think you gotta be careful the whole way, I guess, all the way
And let's
so you get
see
that
how
corner
this hole goes down
to
for
the left
him.
side of the fairway. Luckily the wind is taking it right,
Yeah,
but anytime that wind's taking it
I'm
left
not sure where this will go.
on this hole, it's pretty good.
And he's around 235 yards out. Let's see what he does.
Ooh. Wow. Wow. Good. Great bounce.
Quite the elevated green here. You might want to check your club selection.
So we can't really get there. I think the wind might be able to. I think I'm going to be in a similar position as him. I think he had a 230 club, and he's still with the elevation. I think I can get there. the driver will not do anything. Driver's meant for something you can roll out when you hit it off the deck. This might work. This is too much. The elevation, or with the lie at my feet, I kind of want to give myself a little bit more with the wind, so we're going to go up there. Hit that slow.
Looks like we're
Might
heading
not
to the
be
sand.
the worst thing. I cannot believe that just happened.
And after all my
That's
fretting,
a crazy good
ended
bounce.
up on the green. Good stuff.
Good stuff. And he's got a nice chip there. All right, let's see if we can have another good putt for eagle. 2-inch drop. So one. Those aren't moving very much at the beginning, so count those as one each. Two. One more for the in between. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Take a little less. Yeah, that's just not enough, man. I'm not reading these.
That's tough.
So happens when you take
putt for
a couple
him
days off.
is for birdie. And finishing the hole with a
focus,
solid putt. And this one is
birdie.
for the birdie.
I know that Greg shoots 11 under.
Killing it out there. That's your 8th birdie of the day.
Well, I'm fighting for that 11.
7 under par
myself
after that hole. And team this one up on the 15th hole.
All right. Par 4, 15th. 497. It's a long one, but the wind is helping us, so use it because you need it. So it's going to be huge that they get the tempo down. Pretty wide little landing zone, so, and you don't have a lot in your way if you do get out here in the rough. You just, you can see the gap where the bunkers split the fairways, so you'll be hard pressed to clear those if you get in the rough out here. So try to keep it green. Yes, sir.
Hopefully this will nestle itself nicely in the fairway.
339.
And let's see how he does on this hole.
Yeah, I think it's some yeah. He might have I know he has a different drive. I think it's a bridge stick drive. I know that
It's about 160 to the pin.
So, the hole is playing about 163. My club is playing 157. With the wind, I'm going to clear the hole. This, I don't think is it's actually not a terrible idea. But with that elevation change, I don't think it's a good idea. I just think this is going to completely clear it and get me back there, and that's a tough looking putt back there. This isn't so bad. Up here. Alright. So, I got two options. Loft the crap out of the ball, which doesn't really do too much when you're got wind in your back. I'm going to de-loft. I think with the wind and just the general speed, I think I could get it up there. Hit the slow. Might not be too bad. Yeah, not too bad. These are firm, firmer greens and fairways.
He's looking at around 155 yards to the
pin. I'm playing default. All these are default, and this is exactly how I didn't change anything on the society rounds. So play if you're gonna do practice rounds, play to default. I don't remember the wins, but they're gonna be higher.
20 feet to go.
So don't get used to playing 0 to low wind. Might be one round like that, but for the most part, it being the finale, I think I put it at medium and high for all 4 rounds. So we're going uphill. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna take a little off it. Nothing's breaking as much as I'm thinking today.
Looking super.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's gonna.
It's all about your line with the putts. more so on Masters than Pro, but
Okay, he's got 17
definitely
feet
key
to
to
the
keep your
cup
line
from
really
here.
straight. The slightest of hiccups, whatever break you're playing for is going to be gone. Oh, good roll there, Greg.
Let's see what he does here. He's putting for par.
And that will go.
Coming for you.
Okay,
Got 3 holes.
that'll keep you
Par 5, too.
8 under for the round.
Might need a bit more club.
Par
We got
3,
a
16.
headwind on this hole.
Playing 166. Realistically, this hole's actually playing about 163. So I got a 4-yard advantage on here, but with the wind, it's going to knock it down to probably about 160. Sorry. Alright. Yeah, so I think this is going to play, I think with the wind, it's going to play closer to about 160. Luckily, with the firm greens, and it seems like it's slightly going downhill towards the hole. Depends on where you land it. I want to play for it about over here. Just to be safe, I'm going to put a little D-loft on there. I do want it to travel a little bit more. That's slow, so that's going to be short
a bit left
and down there.
And he's ready to
It's a bummer
let her
when
rip.
you
Let's see how this hole goes.
plan it, and then you hit it like crap.
Heading for the green.
Yeah, he must have clubbed up on that one.
And hoping for an up and down here to get out of this one with the par.
Okay, I'm going to leave it full tilt. We've lost a lot because of it's in the sand, so that percentage is pretty low. Do want to be able to get it there, so we're going to leave it. You can't see your lie in the sand, but you can just see that the ball's above my feet, so the natural shot shape is going to send it right, so we're going to go a little left, because I think it's pretty good. That's got to go.
Well done out of the bunker. Tough. Well, he's got a long putt. Not sure what's going to go down here.
Oh, that's a great roll. That's a really good roll.
This is potentially to save par. It's getting there.
It's good.
That's going to work.
I'm worried I kind of hit through that break. I feel like if I would have hit that perfect, it would have not have been far enough right, and it would have missed. So.
And after that one, you were at
sometimes you get a little lucky.
You got a left to right breeze on this hole.
All right. 17th hole, par 4, playing 461. With the wind. It's a little longer of a par 4, but we should be able to get there. A little slow. See if the wind can correct it. Get past all that. Yeah, got lucky there.
Good little shot there. He's ready to tee off. Let's see what happens here with him.
Yeah, this whole evening my line has been off. I'm usually pretty straight in the white, but past couple days, man.
And here's our second
It's
shot on the 17th.
All right. Hole's playing 141. Elevation's playing about 143 now. I have 136 club. The wind in my back. It's not full 11 straight up, so I do think it's going to be a little bit much with the wind. So I'm going to add a little loft to it just to knock it down a little bit. It's kind of going relatively flat, a little bit here, a little bit there. So I want to play for the wind and the lie at my feet. It's a pretty good lie. So for the lie wise, that's kind of what I would play for this lie. Now I'm going to add the wind. Here. I'm going to take a little bit off. Slow, barely. That's going to work fine. Deep. Oh, a little deep. Wow.
It's tidy.
See, I hit that slow wind. I added loft, and it still is too much.
He has 115 yards to the pin. Let's see what happens. This one's looking good.
Oh, he hit that nice.
Okay, sink this, and you're down to 9 under par.
All right. I need to make this and then make eagle to be able to tie Greg here. So let's see if we can get this putt to work out. 1, 2, 3. Now let's restart that. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Go over less and let it fly. Oh, down that hill there.
Going towards that hole.
There we go.
Nice.
Worked well there. I kind of took a little bit off of it on the break just because I saw that right before the hole started to go uphill a little bit, so I was going to lose a little bit of break. Very nice.
Will go for birdie. And your score is currently 9 under par. Okay, let's go. Final hole
All
of
right.
this one. And your 2 strokes.
577, par 5, 18th to finish out. This has got to be a great hole for me. Not a good start right here. This is a tight little fairway. The wind. So, gotta be extra careful up here. And we got this tree that's gonna kill us a little bit, so let's see. Hit that slow. That's gonna be not good.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. It happens. Alrighty, he's
not my
good
best
to go
effort
on
there.
this one. Let's
Still
see
300
how
yards out.
Looking good off the tee.
Yeah. Screw you, Greg, with your
from the
wind.
bunker.
Wow. Honestly, pretty good. The hybrid's getting great distance out of the sand. It's above my feet a little bit, but the wind's going to counteract it just a smidge. Still put it over here a little bit. Yeah, I'll take that.
Well, you gotta like that. Back in the
Gonna be
fairway.
about 115
let's
up.
take it from there. Bunker coming up.
Yeah, it's tough.
Setting up for our 3rd shot.
These par 5s are relatively easy in terms of distance, but they do not bode well for the golfer just because they don't allow you to run anything up. You got to really be precise with it. So it's either you get to the green and let it roll out if it's not in a tuck position. Like this one isn't too bad. This one, you have a little bit of rollouts, but if it's up front, you kind of have to, hit it past and putt back, or leave it short and flop up. It's kind of up to you. So just be careful with that. This is not this layout for par 5s is not conducive with rolling out or being able to reach off of luck. Okay, so 115 in from a 3rd shot. Looking at just the elevation change right now. This hole is actually playing about 119. Yeah, about 119. So I'm hitting 122 in, but with that wind, it's going to knock it down. I'm going to keep 122, but add some D-loft to kind of fight through that wind. My feet isn't great. Probably go over here, about right here, but with that wind, it's just take it all the way back over here anyway. That's a good way. Good.
This one's gonna need to sit right down.
I can take that.
He's hitting out of the beach here now. Let's see what goes down.
All right.
And for him, this will be for the birdie.
Ooh. Oh, he had 12 under. Oh, okay.
This one's 8.
My bad, Greg. I
Feet
thought you had
away.
11 under. All right, we're going downhill. That first line is moving a little bit. That's a 3, 2, 3, 4. I'm adding 1 extra. 1, 2, 1, 1. I think I like that.
Looking good.
Yeah, I like that. Cool.
And it went
Hey,
by
good round,
so
man.
quick,
I'm
just
happy
like
with that.
your round
10
is
under
over.
on Masters. It's easier course with bigger
10
greens.
under
Not
at the end of
it's a
your
pretty
round.
well
Good
made
work
course
out
too.
there.
So, in general, I
that
think
was
it's
a
gonna be
bit
some
of
good
fun.
scores
Thanks
to be
so
had
much
here.
for the round. I'm glad that you brought me along for the
Get some
ride.
practice rounds
We'll see
in.
you
I know it's
next
the
time.
finale. Like I said in the post on Facebook, this is huge for guys kind of on the outside looking in for President's Cup. There's 2,000 points, I believe, that's associated with this event. So take it seriously. Give yourself a chance to play for the President's Cup, and who knows, if you're kind of outside looking in on the prize money, it could give you a good chance to hop in on that. So put the effort in and have some fun while doing it, and hopefully this helps a little bit. Give me feedback. Let me know if there's anything else I need to cover. Yeah, man. Alright guys, take care.